Welcome back to the Litchfield Media YouTube channel. I'm your host, Melissa Litchfield, and today we're chatting all about quiz funnels and how to set up an actual quiz so that you can eventually run paid traffic to it. Let's dive in. All right, my first tip for you is that you need to be creating a quiz that actually sheds light on a pain point or a prospect has. Okay, for example, I'm going to use my own business to kind of give you an example of what a pain point or a desire would look like. So one, a pain point for my particular audience right now is that they are experiencing low reach on Instagram or Instagram fatigue in general, right? So my particular audience just does not want to be on Instagram as much as they have because the amount of effort that they're putting into the app is not really translating into more followers, more sales, or more leads. Now, for a desire that my actual audience has is that they do want to grow their email list effortlessly, right? So those are examples of how I can kind of hone in or focus the topic of my potential quiz to either shed light on a desire or a pain point that they're experiencing right now. And this is important to note because pain points definitely differ from year to year or even, 6 months from now. I mean, the economy and the market is shifting, so I feel like you really have to pay attention to what your current prospects are experiencing in terms of their pain points. Okay, my second tip for you is to make sure that you are not creating a quiz that is overdone, right? Meaning this particular quiz topic or quiz that you're creating and putting out into the world, have people seen it before? Have they seen many other people basically create a quiz around the same topic? So you want to make sure that you're creating something unique and something that stands out from all the other quizzes out there. Okay, my third tip for you is to create a quiz on a topic that people are really, really excited to actually find out the answer to, right? So you need to be drawing in these people, enticing them with your quiz title. If you do not have an enticing quiz title or really strong quiz title, most likely that particular lead is not even going to attempt to start the quiz because they're just not genuinely interested. A tip for you for creating a quiz that actually helps alleviate that problem is to create something that is a need to know fact versus a nice to know fact. All right, and my fourth tip for you is to keep it short. I don't know about you, but our attention spans these days are really limited. So you want to be able to retain your quiz takers, and asking, over 8 questions is really going to decrease the completion rate of your actual quiz. And this is just from actual experience of running, paid traffic via meta ads to several quizzes over the past 3 years, particularly in our agency for Litchfield Media. I have found that if the quiz is over 8 questions long, people drop off and they don't even complete it. So make sure your quiz is 8 questions or less. The shorter, the better, because people don't have all the time in the world to take your quiz. So it needs to be a quick and effective quiz. All right, and my 5th tip for you is to actually collect the name and email before you deliver the results. Now, others may argue with me, but in this particular video and the type of people that are probably watching my type of videos are business owners and online entrepreneurs who are actually wanting to grow their list. So the whole reason for you building a quiz is most likely you want to get more leads, right? Opting into your email list. So the whole purpose of creating a quiz, especially if you're in the online space, is to drive people to take action. And that action is really giving their name and email, right? So this kind of ties into my next tip, but make sure you're collecting your name and email so that way you're actually growing your list utilizing a quiz. Okay, and my 6th tip for you is actually to give value within the results, right? So the whole point in, collecting their name and email is to actually give them something of value inside of the results that you're providing on the next page, or you can provide results via email sequence. I'm going to do another video, by the way, that actually breaks down the steps and funnel assets that you need to actually build and create a quiz funnel. But it's really important to provide value and give them a mini win. They want to know exactly how to solve that problem. And once they complete the quiz and get to the results page, they're expecting an answer to their problem on the results page. So make sure you deliver that. And bonus, you can also provide an extra free resource to provide extra value for your quiz takers.
Are you ready to up-level your ads right now with the proven custom audiences that you need to target in your next ad campaign? Well, look no further. I have a free resource for you, the Proven Pixel Permit. Make sure you enter in your name and email address to snag this resource. It's filled with an ad checklist, numerous tutorials, and several lists of proven audiences for online coaches and online entrepreneurs, as well as service providers. So click the link below, somewhere around this video, and snag yours today.
Okay, another tip that kind of ties into my sixth tip is once they're on the results page, you want to provide them value. Yes, right? We already talked about that. But what are the next steps? What sort of call to action are you going to include? Or what do you want them to do next, right? Maybe that's go check their email. They're going to get another free value sort of resource in their email inbox. Or do you want them to sign up to an additional training that kind of dives deeper into all of the different quiz results that you have provided for that quiz? Kind of up to you. Okay, my seventh tip for you, especially if you're watching this video and you're a course creator, you're an online entrepreneur or a service provider, you want to make sure that once they complete the quiz and the results are delivered, you're also basically putting that lead into an email welcome sequence or an email nurture sequence. Kind of the same thing, but the whole point of a welcome sequence is to nurture these cold leads into a warmer lead so they're more prepped and inclined to buy that next potential item or product in your sales funnel. And my last tip for you, the eighth tip on my list for creating a quiz funnel for paid organic traffic, is to include GIFs or images in the actual quiz itself. So meaning within the questions while they're taking the quiz. This is basically to make it fun and interactive, right? If it's just text, it kind of is boring. And going back to the whole retention thing, we want to retain that lead's attention as much as possible to get them to complete the quiz and enter their name and email. All right, that wraps up this video where I shared about 8 tips on how to get started with your quiz funnel. Basically the best practices to creating a quiz in preparation for sending organic or paid traffic to your quiz. Happy quiz building!